Here we got that guy there. This is my rescue, Lightning. This is the other little slob who just jumped up on me. He's also a rescue. Um, he pretty much is a dirt dog. Oh, look at this guy. He actually wants one of these. Very rare, very rare. He's abused dog that never had a chewy, and he's eating one on live circuit right now. Uh, I'll let him, I'll let him, I'll let him enjoy that right now. But I want to say what the thumbnail is going to be today. It's going to be, excuse me, get my notes here. Genetic engineering. We got two very, hopefully, quick topics. Okay, eat this or get out of here. The topics are genetic engineering, and what does that mean? Genetic engineering. Well, if you look into Google, when did genetic engineering start? They say it was the mid 70s. That's when it started. It's a lie. Total lie. It started back in Atlantis, all right? Genetic engineering started, and actually it started before then, but I'm just starting with Atlantis. Edgar Casey. I grew up with reading and being part of that group growing up. Edgar Casey was called the Sleeping Prophet. He went under trances. He got information from the Akashic Records. Look up Akashic Records. It's information that nobody has deleted yet. Sort of like Google. You ask Google a question, and then 2 weeks later, 2 years later, you'll never find the same answer again. They retract things. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? History is being rewritten as we speak. And if it's being rewritten as we speak, what do you think happened a couple thousand years ago? How much information are you going to get? Not very much. Big West, bro what? Hey, Big West, bro what? And Cutesy, how are you? I'm doing fine, thank you. And Bike Life, how smart stuff you're saying here. Yeah, it's more than smart, my friend. It's truth. Blackmail, reptilians. Ooh, that's a good question, huh? Real or fake? No, they're here. I'm sorry. But you're not supposed to know about it, okay? And then we have Black Maya. Love your hat. Well, thank you very much. My glasses are. And by the way, I'm in Arizona. It's 107. Thank God it finally cooled down. It's been like 116, 115. Heard Black. What happened there? Trouble with the black guy. Are you talking about the one that got washed up on Plum Island? Yeah, they're saying a lot of things, experiments were going on that guy. By the way, Plum Island I just did yesterday. I forgot to tell you. I couldn't remember come on, Skippy. The tick. What was the tick? Well, it was the tick that was. There's a bunch of ticks, but this is the only tick alive that has eyes. Has eyes, and it hangs out in clusters. And normally ticks hang out on grasses and trees and stuff like that, and they wait for people to come by, or animals. But these ticks are different. Okay, Jericho, no trouble with the Irish. Oh, I don't have a problem with the Irish. I wear an Irish hat now and then. It's a beret. Hi ho there, Skippy. Hank, what's up though? It's okay to smoke. Considering I have some topics on that. Moving there. America, are you an American? Absolutely, I'm American. I was born in Florida. I know. I wanted to get my. This is a new one, guys. If you think you're going to get away with something now, forget about it. I wanted my license went expired, so I thought maybe I could just go and get my license renewed. No, look at me. Look at me. I went to get my license, and they said no, you can't have it without a birth certificate. I said here's my the one that I've held on for like many years. They said no, that's no good. I said I got footy prints when I was a baby. They said no, that's no good. You gotta you gotta get the hospital one. So if you're gonna vote or you want to be buying alcohol, you're gonna have to have an update on your license now. Hey, isn't that nice? We got a lot of guys talking here. I'm sorry I'm missing a lot of you guys, but I'm telling you, I'll get back to you if you leave a message, all right? So where I'm going with this is the genetic engineering. It started in, well, let's say, all the stuff we've been fed as far as history is a bunch of misinformation. There were Pan, the guy with the little flute and all that. He was a mischievous little character. He was like half goat, half man, half kid. He was a kid. Do not stay away from the walls. The insects are real. The insects live under your skin. The insects are burrowing into your skin. Stay away from the walls. Do not sleep. Hey, I got something for you. Food grade diatomaceous earth. That's what I'm trying to say. All these ticks that are from like Maine, Minnesota, Minneapolis, all the way down to Kansas now. They got out of Plum Island, and it wasn't a mistake. It was 300,000 of them. Hey, I hope somebody isn't having their car taken away. And these ticks, as I was saying, the Lone Star tick, they attack you. But there is a remedy to it. Have food grade diatomaceous earth. It'll kill them like in less than 3 days, all right? It hits the skeletal body. It dehydrates them, okay? Just keep that in mind. If you have any, actually, black widows, brown recluse, scorpions, I've got all that in my house and outside my house that I'm working with right now. I've got videos on it. I mean, I'm not kidding. Go to take a bath and I'm going to sit down and there's a scorpion. There's a scorpion in my bathtub. What's the chances of that? Or look up and there's a scorpion up on the wall. Well, first of all, it's a sign. It's a message. You know, I understand that. But other than that, it could be I have to eradicate them, which I've done. I'm getting better at. I just hate to kill anything. That's you know what I'm saying. So getting back to the genetic. Okay, so Atlantis had Pan. They had the Minotaur. You know, the guy with the head of a bull and the body of a man. That was real. Unicorns, absolutely. The centurions, the centaurs, half animal, and the other half was the man side. All the things that they're talking about as far as myth, nah. It was because of genetic engineering that they did back at Atlantis, and that's what I'm saying. There was a pyramid. There was two major pyramids in Egypt and Atlantis, actually, but Egypt also. It was called the Temple Beautiful. And probably a lot of you guys that are watching right now could have been involved in that as far as one side or the other. People would come in with feathers or some kind of it wasn't quite human because of they were the offspring of the genetic engineering. So some of them came in with hooves or horns or whatever the malady was. The Temple Beautiful was able to make them normal. And then there was the Temple of Light also. I'll go into all that some other time, but I'm just saying it started, this genetic engineering started way before what I'm going to tell you right now. the Google says was the early 70s. The first one was, well, there was a patent on a GMO to clean up oil spills in 1980. In 1982, GMO product, the the humulin, the humulin, uh, what it did is genetically engineered and formed a insulin, which was approved to be used for all you diabetics. Yeah, isn't that nice? You have something with GMO involved. 1974, the Flavor Saver tomato. It was in 1974, that very first, well, actually, it was the first food that it would be longer shelf life. And it was the first GMO food available in the grocery store, the tomato. From there, well, let's just say what we got now is, well, I did an episode on episode 39, had to do with, it had three things that I did quite a few years ago. It was on subliminal, how we deal with subliminal, how we're affected by subliminal, how we're affected by colors, and also by GMOs. The GMOs, and I can't find a doggone thing on GMOs now, when the research was actually done on animals. Isn't that interesting? They took that all away. Well, I'm glad I made an episode on it. They did three that I remember. It was the buffalo, the pig, and the cow. Those three. I'm sure they've done more. Those three were done, and what they found was, well, as we all know, the stomach of a cow, there's 4 stomachs in a cow. And they fed it, they fed them all GMO foods. I believe it was corn. And just before the stomach exploded on the cow, because it got 3 more, they sent it off the market. But what they found was the intestines wasn't looking too good. And then the buffalo, the stomach lining definitely had a situation, and also the intestines. Now the pig was the real one that we're looking at here. The intestines were so bad that they couldn't eat. Did you know where you get your sausage from? The intestines of a pig. Now, they couldn't even use the intestines of the pig, but they still sent the pig out for market so you could eat it. And what they also found was all 3 of these animals that they used as guinea pigs, they all had offspring. The hair, the eyesight, all these things were not like the parents were. They were diminished, actually. And what it came down to was not only the hair wasn't shiny and the eyes weren't as glistening. Actually, a lot of them came out blind and deformed. But do you know what? That did not stop these people from putting GMOs in our food. Which brings me to the other part of it. How much GMOs are we eating? Well, that's a very good question. I just Googled this before. Maybe they take it down. We got, okay. We've got 70 to 80% of the foods we eat today in the U.S. contain ingredients derived from GMO sources. What are the chances of that? It's just what they've got for me to look at right now, but we don't know how long it's going to stay up. Okay, second part. We're at the second part, thank God. The second part is the University of Wyoming. This is very important because genetic engineering doesn't just go with foods. It goes with animals. It goes with people. It's a big list of stuff like that. So what we have with the University of Wyoming, They did a spider goat project. Now this spider goat project is genetically engineered. So they took the genes of a spider and the genes of a goat. Now why would they do that? That's a very good question. The reason they did that is because silk of a spider is 5 times stronger than steel by weight. It has high tensile strength, remarkable toughness, and significant elasticity. So basically, spider silk. And if anybody cleaned up out of all the webs, I got a bunch of black widows, and that has got to be the toughest web I've ever come across. I mean, strong. Plus, I don't know, black widows. I got a few episodes on that too. So what we got out of the silk? Hey, he thinks he's gonna get another goodie. No, I ain't got nothing, buddy boy. Sorry. So the silk of the goats, what they do is they take the silk of the genetic mixture of the silk of the spider and the goat's milk. Is you can do operations with joints and eyes now with it. You can do, they're making bulletproof vests with it, and also airbags. You know how messy those airbags are? They leave a lot of, because of those metal balls in there. Well, you don't have that problem anymore. Isn't that amazing? And then as far as genetic engineering goes, we've already matched up a lot of stuff with different animals that we have now. Isn't that amazing? We have the ligar, the ligar. What's a ligar? It's a lion and a tiger. We have a donkra. What's a donkra? It sounds like Australian, doesn't it? Donkra? Yeah. Didn't Crocodile Dundee call that big guy donkra or something? Hey. But this is before. Donkra is a donkey and a zebra that we have now. We also have a coma. Coma is a camel and a llama. And then we have over 150 hybrids in the UK lab. We got mice running around with an ear on their side or a nose now. And so we can grow a nose, and it was basically started with helping the kidneys for some people. We're doing all kinds of things. And now we're moving into the spectrum of genetic engineering with human DNA and animal DNA. And that's what my point is. It started back in Atlantis. And if we haven't learned anything from Atlantis, they had a technology that was surpassed us from making, a lot of them came over here, and that's what I'm saying, wherever there's big rocks, that's where they showed up, that we cannot duplicate to this day. Now, I was in the bottom of the Grand Canyon, and when I went down to Mooney Falls, through the cave and area down there, it looked to me like there was some kind of knife that went into the rock and cut it like butter for the rocks to be like, I'm saying this is not chiseled. This is something, and now that we know that there are some things in the Grand Canyon you can't go see, it's called the Forbidden Zone, which I got an episode on, Forbidden Zone. You climb up 1,000 feet, you go into a cave, has over 50,000 people that can stand in this place. When you go through, it's a bunch of, well, Viking stuff. Then you got mummies from Egyptian. Then you got a Buddha. Could be a Gautama Buddha or a Kuan Yin. I'm still debating on that one. But it's in stone. And you got 3 different places of the world that was there in the Grand Canyon before we were even really thought of as, the pilgrims. Pilgrims came in what, 1600. These guys were here thousands of years ahead of us. Which, I might as well bring up now. Where did corn come from? Well, I believe it came from Atlantis. But and which they brought over to Egypt. Which there's a papyrus now that was found that the Egyptians came over to America, gave corn. Corn. Did I say something you like? Corn? He loves corn. This guy's a corn cob eater. Hey, be nice. And corn was for two. They grew corn for the Indians. Show them how it's done for 2 seasons. After that, they left. They went back home. The Egyptians. Now there's a papyrus on this, but are they teaching that in school? I would think so by now. So we got a lot of stuff that's not been told to us. And I've got more for you. I think we're done with the genetic engineering stuff right now. I got more down the road. But until we see each other again, please just leave me a thumbs up or down. Comment would be nice. Because everything that I'm seeing on here, I don't get after I reboot it and load it. And I haven't even watched some of these lives yet. But the ones I have, it's not showing any of the people that are asking questions. So I appreciate it. And anything after a thumbs up or down and a comment, you want to give anything more, that'd be great. If not, I don't care. I am concerned. Till then, be well. God victory.